I'm here to talk to you guys about Egypt. My name is Paige Fisher. And so Egypt, when you think of Egypt, you probably think of pyramids, right? But there's so much more to it that makes it a great vacation spot. So I'll just start off by talking about what I'm wearing. In Egypt, it is a big part of the traditional culture to belly dance. Belly dancing is a huge part of all of their culture, and this is actually a part of the clothing that they would have worn while they're dancing. And also I have here another piece of clothing that they would have worn. I'm not wearing it because it's like gigantic and too big for me, but they wear it like this, and then they dance, and it's part of their culture to dance. They only dance for men, and they dance for nobles most of the time. So in Egypt is in the northeastern part of Africa, and actually a little bit in the southwestern part of Asia. Because of the Sinai Peninsula, it connects the two continents. So Cairo is the capital city, and there's about 82 million people there, and that makes it the 15th most populous country in the world. So the climate, it's very dry and very warm, but it's not unbearable, and if you are a little more sensitive to that, you can go down to the Mediterranean coast, where they have more rainfall, and it is a little cooler at nights. So the Mediterranean Sea, it's one of the seas that border Egypt, and the other is the Red Sea. The Red Sea is a huge tourist attraction because the waters are super clear, and there's a lot of seascapes and exotic sea creatures. And when you're down on the coast, you will find a lot more fish incorporated in your food. And when you're more inland in other places of Egypt, you will see a lot more of beans, vegetables, lentils, and onions incorporated in your food. And they have this one bread, it's pocket bread, and it's called aish. And they eat it with almost all of their meals. And I have that here. It is very similar to pita bread. So I'm just gonna pass this around. They use it to kind of scoop up other foods, and they eat it like that. So I'm gonna let you guys take a piece. Very similar to pita bread. It's kind of plain, but it gives you a sense of what they would eat there. So in Egypt, everyone is very welcoming. Everyone, when they greet you, they have really long handshakes, they smile really big, they make direct eye contact, and they kiss you on both of your cheeks. So it's very personal and very kind of in your face. It's a lot more personal than here. And in Egypt, respect is kind of a right and an obligation, so you get treated very well, and you are expected to treat others very well. So even though they speak Arabic and we speak English, they're a lot more welcoming. So in Egypt, the population is about 94% Sunni Muslim, and music is a big part of their tradition. So I have here it's called a tambourine that they use. These are all straight from Egypt, and you can see here you tap it and then you shake it. That's the tambourine. And I also have they're called castanets, and the belly dancers use these two. You just kind of put one on your thumb, okay, that broke, and one on your finger, and you just tap them together like that, and the belly dancers use those while they're dancing. So in Egypt, if you're looking to buy any of that, you might want to start converting your money now because they use the Egyptian pound. So in Egypt, the president is Abdel Fattah el-Sisi, and he's been working with Cairo to kind of facilitate growth. So they focus a lot on their tourist attractions, and one of those is the Nile River. It is the longest river in the world, so that's a great thing to go and see. And the other is the Valley of Kings, where they have 63 tombs and chambers, and on those chambers they have Egyptian mythology scenes decorated on it. So I have what would have been on one of those tombs. It gives you an idea of what it is. And so this is also straight from Egypt. You see here, that's a pharaoh and some servants, and you see here, this is a part of the religion. There's what might have been a cross right there. And they serve over like 2,000 deities. They have deities for even the smallest things like chores. And so the last but not least, the Giza necropolis. Again, those pyramids, they have the 3 pyramids of Giza that were built over 3 generations of nobles. And they also have the world famous Sphinx. And so that leads me to my package deal. If you buy through me, you will get a week's stay at the Four Seasons Cairo Hotel. You will get your choice of the pyramid view, the Nile view, the zoo view, or the garden view. And I will also throw in airfare round trip, and that is all for about $2,000, so a lot less than buying anywhere else. So see you there. Any questions?